For the last 10 years, we've had the honor to be able to share our story.
Now it's time to tell yours.
My name's Amy, and I lost a childhood friend to suicide when I was 25 years old.
My name is Natalie. I lost my dad to suicide when I was 14 years old.
My name is Jonathan Castagna. I lost James Audley to suicide when I was 21 years old.
Hi, I'm Michelle Lee, and I lost my dad to suicide when I was 14 years old. It has been a little over 14 years, since we lost him, which means I'm living this life longer without him than with him. So it's been a tough year.
My friend was such an amazing person, both inside and out.
My dad was really silly, really kind. He could be friends with anybody. He was a teacher and was really passionate about helping people.
James is definitely the type of person who would, make literally anyone, even if you knew him or not, in the room laugh with any comment he maybe had to make, or just, any kind of action. He would definitely probably make you laugh.
My dad was a police officer and loved his job second to his family. He loved our family. He loved going to family events. He loved being at sporting events. He didn't miss a thing. And he was funny, just kind of witty, funny that just came out of nowhere.
She was so ambitious and was always trying new things, never scared to do so. She was extremely smart and always impressed me how easily school and whatever she picked up came to her.
My favorite memories with him were really simple things: going out to eat, watching old movies and TV shows. We just had a lot of fun together.
My favorite memory with James definitely was every Sunday. Me and him would always chat for a good 2 hours. Just talking football, fantasy football. That's kind of what brought me and James together.
My favorite memory with my dad, there are so many, but I think it was always it was just the two of us. So because he was a police officer, his schedule would be different. And so we would have the opportunity to go riding bikes to Dryden Lake, or we would make breakfast, bagels every morning, which is why I probably still am obsessed with bagels.
I'm an only child, so I often referred to her as the little sister I never had. I often found that even though I was the older one, that I was the one learning from her.
We did have a fantasy football league with James for, I believe it was running for 6 years, and we still have it going now. We kind of named it after him. But, without him here, there's kind of that emptiness still, is, not being able to talk to him every Sunday. But the good in that, every time, I lose, I still hear him laughing at me. A few days before he passed, he told me and a couple of the guys he was planning on visiting, because he did move to Florida a couple years ago. And we were all so hyped to see him. So, to be honest, I personally did not know he was struggling. I don't think anyone did. He was, he was always laughing. He was always smiling.
I knew that he was going through a rough time. I did not understand how bad he was feeling.
My friend's family and her friends all realized that depression was a long, withstanding, uphill battle for her.
It was very obvious that my dad was severely depressed and had been depressed for a number of months after an injury left him out of work. So we knew what to look for. We knew that he was struggling pretty severely. And we tried to get him help, but I've learned so many different tools now And now I really know what to look for and what to ask, and signs, mood, just because of the loss of him has really opened my eyes and made me learn things that I never would have learned had I not lost him. So yes, he was struggling, but there could have been more that we absolutely could have done in hindsight.
I never in a million years thought that I would receive the news that she did in fact succeed with taking her own life.
My advice to anyone struggling, anyone watching this struggling, is that tomorrow wouldn't be the same without you.
My advice to someone struggling is to be kind to yourself, to understand that way more people struggle with life experiences, with mental health issues than you think.
Talk to somebody that you trust. I know that it can be scary. I know that it can be overwhelming, but it's so important to reach out and talk to those people that we care for, or who care for us.
I wish I could tell her that leaving your struggles didn't make it any easier for the people that you left behind. I wish I could tell her that I hope you're in a better place and you're not hurting anymore, and that you really did impact more people than you thought. And there's so many people that live every day with you on their mind.
You just have to think about, your family and friends in your life currently, how much they love you, how much time they're spending with you. And, for them to lose a special person like yourself, it's very detrimental.
If I could talk to my dad, I would just say that I'm so sorry that you were in so much pain. I love you so much, and I would support you through anything. I would definitely not think less of you. You would still be such a strong person to me, and I know that we could have gotten through that. And I have no doubt that my life and the lives of many others would be better with you here today.
I know that you would have made and be continuing to make such an impact on this world. And you are, because of your story, other people are able to tell their story.
It probably would be, somewhere along the lines of how many people he's truly touched with him and his presence of being on this earth. Every year we have this tournament, and so many people show up. If you were here to see how many people miss the kid or show up for him, I feel like that could just go such a long way for him. He's missed by many. I miss the kid every single day. Just without him knowing that, how many people really cared about him, and if he knew, he probably would have talked. So your story is definitely worth telling.
Your story is worth telling.
Your story is worth telling.
You are not alone. You are so loved, you are so cared for, and your story is worth telling.